just continuing on. There's a few more things we can do from this leech half guard before we get the hook in. So again, a lot of the times we're playing from this like knee shield half guard orientation. So again, I can set up things by attacking the near side arm and the far side arm. From here, I'm just going to sit up on my elbow and I'm going to make a grip on Kiara's wrist. My left hand is going to come under the armpit. I think we covered this in collar and sleeve guard. It's nicknamed the galvao sweep. But we can do it in no-gi with a cross arm drag. So my left hand's coming underneath his armpit. So when I load Carl onto me, we talked about this concept of box principle. I really want a knee in his hip and my knee across his chest. So when I fall back onto my elbow, I'm pulling Carl's weight onto me here, so I can support his weight. So now I'm going to push his hand between his legs, and as I extend, come all the way up into half guard. So again, Carl's on the side, this is where he wants to be. So I'm looking to flatten him out. My cross-face hand is coming across. So option one from here, as I turn my hip, when we were playing it in gi, I made a grip on the pants and I'd use my elbow to try and get my knee through. In the no-gi, I'm going to bring my hand underneath the leg here. So one option Carl might do from here is plant his feet on the mat, and as he bridges, I just back step out. And then I fill that space with my knee. And back into side control. Option two. He has this triangle and I have my arm here and he doesn't bridge. I'm just going to walk my right foot up. I'm going to hip escape back and bring my left knee in at the near side hip to act as a wedge. So I can walk my foot up, pull out. So again, Carl's main option here will be to either put me in the guard or turn into me. So my right hand is between the legs. It's going to fall to the hip and I'm going to move. See the way he's got the underhook here? And he's on his side. I want to put all my weight on this shoulder. So as I move to north-south, I'm driving his left shoulder to the mat, and my right hand is cupping the hip. So we're going to end up here, okay? So let's look at that again. If you're struggling with this sweep, you find when you're teaching this, sometimes when you have half guard and you load someone onto you, it's the positioning of your limbs. Right? Remember we talked about I want to have a roadblock in front of Carl's hip and shoulder. So if you're not playing your half guard right, you load someone onto you and then you try to sweep them and they're kind of off balance and you go to put them over your head, you kind of lose the position and fall onto your side. So just be aware of when you load them onto you, I want this connection of knees to elbows. And then from there, I'm just going to come over my left shoulder again. So, from our half guard, so again, see with my right knee's in front of the far hip, my foot is on the other hip. Again, my knee originally is on this shoulder, but as I switch to sit up and make a grip on this wrist, and I come under here, I'll bring my knee more towards under his armpit. So when I fall back onto my back and I stuff this between his legs, I can physically load Carl onto me here. Okay? Now from there, I'm just bringing him all the way over. I'm coming up on top. Again, this is not good for me. Carl's on the side, he can go into each half guard from here. So I want to make sure I clear that underhook. I'm going to flatten him out. And from there, I'm bringing my hand across as I turn onto my hip. So my hand positioning is coming between the legs. So the first option was, if he's a triangle, he's not going to bridge. For him to bridge, he has to unlock his triangle. And if I'm not aware of this and Carl bridges, I'll end up on half guard bottom back. So the minute he puts his feet on the mat and he bridges, I'm back stepping. Okay? Or if he doesn't, I'm just walking my right foot up towards his butt. I'll hip escape back and bring my left knee in as a wedge. So now I can keep that hip in place as I walk my foot out. Again, being careful, see the way he's turned onto the side here? Okay, so I want to put shoulder pressure here. I need to switch my position from twister side control to north-south. So my right hand finds the hip. And now as I move to north-south, my goal is to put weight on this shoulder because he's got that underhook there. Again, if he keeps that underhook, I can move this side, start attacking this. So let's do that one more time. Harder to do the sweep slow, so when you load them, just put them over your head. So again, the second you make that grip, when they come up, it's like a cross collar or arm drag. You think of your basic arm drag on the seams on the near side, they'll just come into the other side. So when I load them on, I mean push them over, again, flatten them out, turn my hip, and I look to bring my right hand inside. The second he puts his feet on the mat to bridge, I'm backstepping. If he doesn't, I'm going to walk my foot up. But now it's hard to prise my right leg out if he's really keeping his legs clamped. So I'm going to move my hip back and bring my left knee back as a wedge. Then I can point my toe. Don't try and keep your foot L shaped, pull it out. Point your toe. Once I get it out though, I've seen people lose position so many times just because of this position. The car bridge plants and bridge, suddenly I can lose it here to the back. So from there, that hand that was between the legs is going to come to the hip, and I have to start moving to north-south and putting pressure on car's shoulder to keep him flat. Okay, so let's play with this.